Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is Rubbish Hair Tom here today, talking to you guys about 2020. What a year! What a year! Wow! Round of applause. No, 2020 was horrendous for everybody involved, and we all know it sucked, and we all knew it was bad. And 2020 as a whole was truly, truly horrendous for too many reasons to count. But do you know what's important? Is that year you made it. You made it. You're here. And to the people who aren't, and the people who didn't, they will be missed, and they will be loved. And that will never change. That will never change. All the bad things that happened in the year aren't forgotten at midnight. They're taken with us into the new year, into the next step of something new, and they're carried with you. So, any problems you might have faced in 2021, any person who you might have lost, any jobs you've lost, any time with loved ones, anything like that, holidays, even the most mundane, simple things like being able to just go to the shops and not worry that you've forgotten your mask at home, not worry that you've not sanitized your hands 10 times before you've left the house. Just the mundane things that we missed out on this year, they will never be forgotten. They will just be postponed and updated and changed and adapted and evolved, just like all of us did. And the one lesson that I learned after the roller coaster that 2020 was, a personal thing that I learned, because I can't speak for everybody as a whole, I know what I want to, it's far too complicated, but the one thing that I've learned from 2020 is that nobody on the earth, on this big bloody planet that we live on, nobody is alone in the fact that we all suffered something, and that we all do suffer, physically, mentally, internally, however you want to show it. Everybody does suffer with something, and everyone has a problem, and some people's problems are tiny to other people's big problems, and it doesn't matter whether your problem is tiny to somebody else or to yourself even. No matter what it is, your problem counts for something. It counts towards you. And you need to deal with it, no matter what it is. You've got to get control of it, because if not, it will get control of you and it will consume you. And that is what happens with things that get left unchecked. Problems that left unfixed. They just consume you, and they will consume you. At the end of the day, 2020 showed me that every single one of us on this planet, regardless of what you believe in, who you are, what you identify as, what your skin colour is, what your race is, what your religion is, none of that changes anything about you. All those things go towards the person you are. But the thing that's most important not to forget, and I hope it's something that everyone's seen throughout this virus, has been that everyone's just as vulnerable. Everyone can just, no matter if you're rich or poor, whatever you are, whoever you are, it doesn't matter. It will not stop the inevitable. Everybody just needs help in some capacity. And if it's something tiny like a quick text or a quick call, or something larger like seeking help, medical help, physical help, mental health problem help, like anything, acceptance, forgiveness, compassion, any of that stuff. Like, even if it's like locking yourself away, and some people have blossomed in lockdown, that happens, and that's okay. People who have made a positive out of a negative, that's okay. It's okay to do that. And to some of you who have been really down, really low, in bad, dark places, it's okay. You're allowed to feel that way. You're in control of your own feelings. It's okay. No one has any right to tell you how you should feel, how you should act, how you should believe. The most important thing is that you're a good person who, at the very core of it, doesn't harm or seek out to harm anybody or hurt anybody or do anything maliciously. You just struggle. Everyone struggles with something, and that's okay. And no matter how big or how small or whatever it is, no matter what the problem is, you have to find whatever works best for you. You have to find a way that's helpful, that's safe, that's impactful, and that's long term, that can pull you through something and get you through something. That's what's important. And that's what 2020 showed me. Because at the start of it, I was thrilled when we got put into lockdown. Because I just thought of, what can I do with a bad situation? We'll make videos, we'll do things, we'll make more stuff. I'll have more time on my hands to spend with my girlfriend. I'll have more time on my hands to film my videos. I was a homebound, walled up, bubble wrapped little child who stayed with his mum and dad. I didn't grow up in an estate. I didn't grow up around big groups of people. I was always isolated as a kid. I went out and met with friends who might have lived on estates near parks and places like that. But as an overall, I was quite limited. I was quite lonely. But I had a loving family. I had loving friends, but I was quite lonely. So the lockdown didn't get to me the way it got to other people. These people who are really sociable, really out there. I'm really sociable. If I'm in a room with people, I'll never let a person sit there on their own. I will always talk to everybody. I will make that a thing that I want to do. It's not that I have to learn to do that. It's just a thing I naturally will do. I talk for England. I'll talk to anybody. And that's the thing that COVID showed me, is that I'm not vulnerable in the sense of having to be locked away from people, having to be on my own. I'm okay with that. I can fight through that. I was quite blessed to be with my girlfriend during lockdown, and as a couple going into what was our third year, we just celebrated our third year of our relationship in lockdown together. That was our first time that we ever got to spend together, away from family, away from school, away from friends. It was the first time we ever got to just be two people in a room together. And that's make or break for a lot of couples. You'll see it all the time. Couples go and have, their first apartment, their first house. They'll move in and go on their first holiday, their first weekend away, and they'll be in shambles. It really shows you how strong a relationship can be once you're locked away with a person, and you've got to just have a look at what you both like, how you both act with each other. And we got on amazingly. We weren't surprised at all with how well we got on, because we knew. But I think our parents were quite shocked how well we got on with each other, how well we adapted. Because both of us were quite recluse kids growing up. And I think that's what it means, is COVID in this experience has shown me that you have to be so careful on how you were compared to how you're going to be. Because I was never capable at home of cooking my own teas, of being organised, of having to take care of myself. I was never in the position where I was that privileged. I was never in the position where I had to do any of those things. So when I went away to uni, my first year of uni, I was horrendously struggling with food. I was continuously sick. I was getting ill because I was just eating horrendous food. I wasn't cooking myself. It was all microwavable meals and quick and easy stuff. And COVID gave me the time to learn how to cook. I cooked about 4 or 5 different meals from scratch that I'd never learned before. I just learned them. I learned how to do simple household things. Cleaning, ironing, doing the laundry. Nothing crazy, just something that was different to me. And that's a skill that I learned because I had to. And that's a thing that 2020 has shown me, that people can adapt so fast to a new thing if they're willing to. And that's what's crazy. And this channel, and I don't want to just sit here and just go on about the channel, but I'm proud of it. I'm not ashamed to say we made the most out of a bad situation. At the start of the year, I was appalled to find a lot of, to find some family members, some family friends mainly, who did not support at all when we tried to do the Black Lives Matter charity. But I did 2 years prior a charity for diabetes. We raised loads of money for quite quickly. It took a lot of subscriber help, a lot of university friends help, a lot of, me and Helen, to really gather up some funds to do the 8-hour live stream, charity live stream for Black Lives Matter. A cause that would never affect me, personally, but a cause that I found moving. I saw the story on the news. I don't want to go into it too much, but I saw the story on the news. It upset me. It touched me, and I had all this time on my hands and something to do. And I thought, hey, why don't I do this? Why don't I do something positive? And I did. And it wasn't because I thought, oh yeah, this could be a cool thing. I just did it. I just wanted to, so I did. I set up a funding page. I looked how to do that. I set that up. I told my friends and my family members that I was doing it. I live streamed it on YouTube and on Twitch, and people came by and they helped. And I can't thank you guys enough for that. We managed to go up 2,000 subscribers in 1 year. That's crazy to me. You know, that's crazy. And I will make a dedicated YouTube video towards the channel because obviously it's something I'm proud of, and that's not what I want to talk too much about in this video, but I'm grateful that during the lockdown, I was able to provide for me and Helen, both financially and mentally, because I was making content on YouTube. It kept me going, it kept me positive, it kept me happy. It gave me and Helen things to do together that were really enjoyable. We were more encouraged to go out and try new things, go out and try and do safe but fun content that we could progress and edit and make and put and produce and put out there for you guys to enjoy. I got some fantastic comments and messages of you guys from around the world who were struggling with different things, who were talking about different things, cheering each other up. It was lovely. I got some of the most loveliest comments this year of you guys just having discussions and talking. And 2020 was a horrendous year for a lot of reasons. But every year has had ups and downs, and 2020 had a lot more sad times than good times for most people. But if you did have a good time in 2020, or if you made a few good memories, don't forget them. Don't let the bad corrupt them. Keep them with you. Talk about them, because it's good to remember the good. And the bad, we are saddened by, and we're hurt by, and we're upset about, but we have to just keep on going, because when you decide to stop, it's over. At midnight, there was no magic reset that fixed everything. We're still in a pandemic. We're still in a world of danger. But we've always been, in some way or another. So just keep going. Keep something in your head that keeps you ticking over. And if it's something silly or something fun or something daft, just hold on to that. Everybody who knows me in real life and on this channel, I hope, knows that I'm a fun-loving, high-spirited, entertaining, humorous person, because I don't mind being self-deprecating, I don't mind having a joke, I don't mind being the fool, I don't mind any of that. I love it when I see people laugh, when strangers laugh, when people laugh, when friends laugh, when loved ones laugh. I love making people happy, even at my own expense. But at some point in 2020, around the final few months, like September, October time, I got into such a void of just lost existential crisis. And I started to think about everything too much. And I couldn't pull myself out of it. And I was away from my family for the first time in forever. I was away from my friends. I didn't even want to make a video. And that means a lot to me if you know me as a person. I didn't want to pick up my phone and film. I didn't want to go on my Xbox. And my girlfriend Helen knows if I don't want to go on my Xbox, something is wrong. Because I had wisdom tooth pain at the start of 2020. 2 horrendous wisdom tooth pains. And I still soldiered on with the Xbox and the YouTube. I lost my voice halfway through the year because we were making so many videos. And I still soldiered through. So this was something different. This was spooky. I would cry out of nowhere. I would be sad out of nowhere. I couldn't laugh at anything that I found funny in the past. I would watch videos. I would try hard. And nothing could help. Nothing. Apart from the person sat next to me. And she was there through it all. At the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. And Helen, I can't even put into words what difference she made being there. It just, when I couldn't think of a single thing to just push me forwards to do something, when I was just bundled up and just didn't want to move and didn't want to do anything and was completely out of myself, out of character, out of whack, out of head, out of body experience. I don't know how to explain it, but it was just this slump where I just couldn't do anything. And it went on for weeks, about 5 or 6 weeks. She was never ever negative or sad or mean she was just positive all the time. Even if it was something tiny, something small, or a grand gesture, she was always there, making sure I was okay. And that was the thing I held on to. And I'd been holding on to that since the start of 2020, since when I first met Ellen. It was something that I was always holding on to. She got me through school when I thought I wasn't good enough, when some of my teachers would tell me I wasn't good enough. She kept me positive when I failed at things. She kept me motivated when I never wanted to quit. She kept me going. And without her, I would not be any way as smart or as happy or as proud or as confident than she saved so much during 2020. She fixed me so much during that 6 weeks, and she has been doing that since day one. But I'd never known it, apart from odd moments, and she kind of knew it but kind of didn't, and it showed our relationship in a whole new side. And some people, you know, think couples and love are all cringy and stuff, and I understand. It's fine. It's fine. But I know, and she knows, how much that meant to me at the time. And the point that makes is this. You need to find the thing, the item, the person, the video, the hobby, the sport, the film, the something that makes you not feel that badness, that sickness, that pain just for that little second. And once you've mastered what that is, never let it go. Enhance it, grow it, practice it, strengthen it. If it's a skill, if it's a talent, if it's a sport, if it's a person, just express all of that person's or items or things positivity in yourself, because it will fix you. Even when you don't think it will, it will. It just takes some time, but it will. And you will make it through anything if you find what that is early and get a hold of it. And for some people, I understand that could be alcohol. I know it can be, medicinal things, but don't go to those things. They're too easy. Look harder for what it is that keeps something ticking. It might be something so stupid as a 4-second video, or a bit of music, or a sport, or a film, or a particular book, or a character in a story, or something. Just whether it's your video games, whether it's your work, whether it's your anything, find what it is and just fall back into it whenever you feel something's happening, whenever you feel something's getting towards you. Just close yourself off from everything and just focus on that one good thing. And it will fix you, I promise. That's the best bit of advice I can give from 2020. And I turned 20 this year, and that scared the hell out of me. But after I closed myself off from existential crisis and worry and natural things like panicking and thinking too much about something, once I removed that from myself and I switched off and I think about the good stuff and I think about the right things and the right person, it all fades away. And I'm back in the room, back in front of the camera, back in front of the work, back in front of making the things that I love, and I'm back to being me again. And that is what 2020 taught me. Don't lose sight of who you are and who you love to be, but find the thing you need most that keeps you present up here and in here. Because once you get that balance, you're good. That's the secret code that you need to find. And once you've got that mastered, you're away. You've won. Because you've got the cheat code to life. And that is what you need. And I hope 2021's bloody better than this was, because oh my god. Yeah. But yeah, I hope I didn't drone on too long. I love doing what I do here on the channel. You guys have, I'm gonna I'm going to, you know, praise you guys in a different video. I just wanted this video to kind of be a goodbye 2020 thought wrap-up thing. But I did excel in lockdown in a big way. I did improve, I did mature, I did grow up. I did learn that I am capable of being away from my family, and that's okay. I don't need to be mothered. I don't need to be, you know, bundled up. I'm okay to do my own stuff. I'm okay to run my own house. I have Helen, you know, I have my girlfriend to help me if I need that. I've got her. I'm mature and I'm happier than any years before. I'm a lot better after this year because it's made me more grateful, more appreciative, and it's made me realise that when things like hairdressers were closed and that feeling of the first haircut, shout out to Ella in Huddersfield for that first haircut. Oh my God, it was amazing. And going back to the way the world will be one day, going back to being in the cinema, going back to being in the big shopping centre, going back to being with your friends, going back on holiday for the first time again when everything's over, you'll appreciate it just a little bit more. Or maybe even a lot more. But the only thing I can say going into 2021 is just be grateful for what you've got. Know that it's okay to be not yourself. Know that it's okay to not be okay. And to know that when you aren't feeling yourself, find the thing that makes you tick and don't let go of it for a second. Keep using it. As long as it's healthy, as long as it's positive, keep using it. As ridiculous as it might sound to somebody else, as long as you know it helps you, that's the important thing. Keep a hold of it. Keep using it. Don't give up. And just stay positive. As stupid and as cliche as that sounds, just stay positive. Because the littlest thing can make a massive difference to you. And that will get you through each day. Take it a day at a time. Relax. Go with the flow of things. Don't be an idiot. Don't break the rules. Be smart. Think about other people. And just be a good bloody person, okay? Because 2020 sucked for everybody. And 2021 might suck again. But this time you'll be prepared. And you'll make it through. So, just keep being you. And keep being the best you can be. As cheesy as it sounds. Do that for me and I'll be chuffed. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. You're all awesome. I hope you all stay safe. I hope you all, despite what happened, have had a good new year. I hope these new rules don't stay too long. And I hope everybody, by the end of 2021, feels a lot better and a lot happier than what they did during 2020. So yeah, I'm now going to go and drink some Pepsi Max because that makes me happy. And I'm going to make some more YouTube videos and I'm going to praise all of you for being wonderful. But this video needed to be made first and this video needed to be made because I am so happy that I could help any single one of you watching this video. That has made me chuffed. If any of you get help, and I know the ones who message and comment and email, I've read your emails, I've read your comments, I understand and I'm thankful for them. I know you guys feel good and I've made an impact on you guys. I'm so overwhelmed with that. But if there's any one of you who are out there who might not want to speak, you might not want to get in touch, but you just feel good. If I can help you feel that way, if I can be the thing that you need to push through something, I'm honoured. I'm honoured that I got that position. And I love the fact that I can be that person for you. The way Helen is for me, the way a certain film is for a friend or a family member or a show or whatever it is. Your sport, your exercise, whatever the thing is that keeps you positive. If I'm that thing to you, I am honoured. I'm humbled and I'm so grateful that I can be of service to you in that way. So thank you for supporting this channel for another year. Thank you for being awesome. Stay safe, stay kind, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.